What's going on YouTube, and welcome to another GTA 5 online video. So guys, in this video we're customizing the brand new Coquette D10. So this car was added in the summer DLC that was launched yesterday. So the car costs around 1.5 mil. In this video I'm going to show you guys the customization. I'm also going to tell you guys how much the customization cost, and I'm also going to give you guys a small review. Now at the end of the video I'm also going to do some drag races. This is the reason why this video is a little bit longer, so make sure to keep on watching so you guys will see how this car does against other cars in its class. So this is how the car looks when you first get it. As I said, 1.5 mil. I'm going to tell you guys how much it will cost after the modification as well. And in my video yesterday I already told you guys this car looks sick. With the modifications it looks even better. So for the modification you just have the regular options like engine, armor, stuff like that, but you also have a lot of extra options. So it has a lot of ways to actually make it look cool. This is a very good thing because if you actually use the car a lot and you get kind of bored of it, you have a lot of things that you can actually modify about it. You can modify the color again, but also the bumpers, the skirts, the spoiler, and all of that. Even the roof, you can take it off. So you have a lot of options to make this car look cool and different, so you won't really get bored of it. So for people that actually like customizing cars in GTA, and I think almost everyone on GTA likes to customize cars, I think this car is a great option. So for the customization options and for the looks, definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. So as you guys can see, you also have a lot of liveries on this car. You have like these simple liveries that actually are just race stripes, and then you have like these liveries that cover the entire car. I would actually recommend or prefer the race stripes, because with the race stripes you can still decide on which main color you want, and if you do like a livery that covers the entire car, then that livery will actually be the main color, so you can't really decide on it anymore. Now if you are still kind of thinking about which color you should get, I would actually recommend get a bright color. So I actually saw on YouTube that a lot of YouTubers got light blue, that looked sick. Also yellow, I saw it on YouTube, I think, also looked sick. I just went through the list and I just picked the color that I liked the most. I picked dew yellow, but bright colors definitely look better on this car. So as you guys just saw, you also have the option to remove the roof. Now once in a while you can also do that. I actually think it looks better with the roof, but once in a while you can just pop the roof just to make it a little bit different. But as I said, bright colors, you can really see the shapes. In the mod shop every color looks good, but outside dark colors will actually kind of cover the car. You won't see the shapes that well, so I would actually recommend that you get a bright color. It will make the car look nicer, but at the end you guys can decide, of course. So when we look at the performance of this car, you guys can see the stats on the left. It actually is pretty similar to other cars in the game, so other sports cars and also a couple of supercars. So you would expect the car to be good, but in races the car isn't actually as good as some sports cars that are already in the game. So that was kind of a thing that let me down. I was actually expecting this car to be very good. I was also hoping it to be good because I really like the looks and I actually want to use it in races as well. But in a race, the speed and the acceleration are a little bit worse than other sports cars. Now the difference isn't that big, of course, so it won't cost you like a couple of seconds in a race, maybe like 1 or 2 seconds. You can still fix it by driving good. The handling on this car is actually pretty good, and the turning as well. So the handling and the turning are actually perfect. So in free mode it will be the perfect car. But like in races, the speed and the acceleration kind of lets you down, and there are better sports cars to actually use in races in my opinion. But if you're good at racing, you will still win, of course, with this car as well. So this is how my Coquette D10 looks. I hope you guys like it. Make sure to leave in the comments which color you actually picked. And right now we're going to do some drag races. Now before I forget, the costs of the upgrade, so the cost of the modification was around 420k for me. So if you're buying this car, expect that you will be spending 450k max, so around that. Of course it could be a little bit more if you actually pick the most expensive option on everything, because I didn't, but I think 450k will be alright, and you can actually modify everything that you want. So in total 1.95 mil. I think this is pretty good for a sports car. We were actually comparing it to the GTO right now, if you didn't recognize it. For example, the GTO, the non-custom version, is already 1.9 mil. So if you compare it to other sports cars, I don't think it's that expensive. You guys already saw it. The GTO was actually a lot faster. Now you could argue that I actually didn't start good, or the other guy, or Jake, actually, shout out to Jake for helping me. started a little bit too early or stuff like that, but the gap was actually very big, so the GTO is definitely better at a straight track. So the second car we tested out was the Pariah. So the Pariah, also a very good sports car. In my opinion, the GTO is the best one and the Pariah is the second best sports car. But also with the Pariah, a pretty large gap. So both cars are of course fully upgraded. So the car that I'm using is also upgraded. I just did it, you guys saw it. So the Pariah and the GTO are faster and also better at accelerating than the Coquette D10. So I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be this big of a gap, so I could still use it in races. I will still use it in races, but like I will know that the Pariah and the GTO will actually have an advantage on me. So then the third car we tried out was the Tigon. So again, the new DLC car. So the two new DLC cars against each other. But of course the Tigon is a supercar and this is a sports car. So you can already expect the supercar to win. But as you guys can see, the gap is actually not that big. The gap with the GTO and the Pariah was actually bigger. So you can already expect the GTO and the Pariah to also win from the Tigon. So that means that the new DLC cars aren't actually that good at drag races. So the last car we did was the Zenturno. The Zenturno also won from this car. So this was actually for fun. The Zenturno also a supercar, so that's kind of logical. But it's also an old car in the game, so we were maybe thinking maybe it will win from this, but it didn't. The gap was not that big as well, but still. This was pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked it. If you have certain things that you want to say, make sure to leave it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.